Should you gear your character in Shadowlands with PvP as opposed to PvE sources that we have discussed in recently published video? There is a lot to say about this. I definitely think that this topic deserves your attention, so let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gyro, I'm your host here. Particularly warm welcome to all of my new supporters, latest additions to our little casual club here. I really appreciate your help with the growth of this channel, guys, and your comments and stuff like that. It's really what makes all of this process really fun and Shadowlands tolerable. Don't get me started. Okay, today we are issuing kind of an addition to my very recently published gearing guide for casual players in Shadowlands and talking about PvP. First of all, thanks to a couple of people, you know who you are, for pointing it out to me. I just basically had a blind eye to it. I did not even check the PvP gearing options and I just moved past them when compiling the list of gearing options for the guide that I published, my PvE guide, because I'm not a PvPer. That's it, but that's basically it. But gearing options in PvP have changed dramatically, the system changed dramatically in Shadowlands, so in case you are like I was a week ago, and in case you're not aware of that, hopefully this video will help you. If you don't want to listen to me rant, first of all, always use table of contents, and secondly, I'm gonna save you the time. I'm gonna give you a TLDR, too long didn't read, version of what I'm about to say over the next few minutes. Yes, it is worth your while to gear through PvP, with a couple of caveats, okay? If you are an avid PvPer, you absolutely hands down should gear through PvP. End of the story. Thanks for coming, like the video and subscribe. If you are not a PvPer, if you are a PvE like me, then it's still a yes, but it's a yes, situational yes, not for everything. You should not gear everything through PvP. You should gear specific items through PvP. That's it. That's the TLDR version for you guys. And now, over the next few minutes, however long it goes, it's a loosely scripted video, as all of my videos are. I'm going to talk to you about the system. I'm going to give you an overview of the system, rewards, how much it costs, those kind of things. I hope you will still stick around. Let's jump straight into that continuation of the story then, not to waste your time any longer. So before Shadowlands, in BFA, we used to have this really weird kind of hobbled system of gearing that I hated with a passion. It's where we were supposed to grind conquest points. We were supposed to grind conquest points, and with those conquest points, when you achieved certain threshold, filled up the bar basically, you were given, well, a reasonably, I suppose, a reasonable piece of gear. I think it used to be item level 440 or something like that, which would be ballpark of 95, item level 95 maybe now, I could be wrong. But anyway, no casual PvE player would ever grind so much conquest points. No way, no way. And gear that you used to get from honor caches, from something that used to drop in Battlegrounds, well, it was not reliable. It was very RNG based. So yes, you could gear through PvP before, but it was unpredictable, unreliable, horrible slog. And in that case, I would have said to PvEers, no, never even think about it. But PvPers, well, they PvP anyway, right? Now, the system is of deterministic nature. Deterministic means you grind for a purpose. You know exactly what you're getting. You are determined to get something specifically, right? And I welcome it. I'm not a PvPer, but I'm super impressed and I'm super grateful to people who pointed me at that system now, at the updated system. Hence this video for you guys. All right, so there is basically, the premise of it is very simple. You simply queue for unrated battlegrounds. Either for battlegrounds or for epic battlegrounds, those longer ones, yes? There are daily quests available as well from a person there in the enclave who will give you some bonus conquest points or bonus honor because you are fulfilling certain objective, yeah? Which is cool, which is easy enough. Epic battlegrounds are better than random battlegrounds. That is just a quick, very base level kind of casual friendly advice that I can give you. In smaller scale battlegrounds, in normal battlegrounds, there is a lot more pressure on you individually. In an epic battleground, it's similar to LFR. You do have to kill the opponents, you do have to contribute to the objective, but your personal accountability, your personal responsibility diminishes drastically. So you can still, as a PvEer, you can still do okay and not be too stressed. Just, it's a time investment, but it's basically like LFR. It's basically like LFR. You queue up, you contribute to the objective, you hit a couple of enemies, you die a couple of times, and you get your honor. So it's pretty good. It just takes a little bit of time to complete. That is just kind of a side note, but it's related to it. Now, there is obviously a vendor. There is a vendor now for PvP gear. It starts, so the gear starts, PvP gear that you can buy with honor points starts from item level 158. That is the normal dungeon item level right now, as I've mentioned to you in the other gearing guide, PvE gearing guide. If you have not watched my PvE gearing guide, look, it's not a complete version, but I still think it has value, so please take a look at that as well. Now, best part, that's not the best part. The best part is not just that you can do a little bit of battlegrounds and get a deterministic specific piece of gear, weapon, trinket, ring, whatever you want. But the best part is the fact that there are upgrades. You can upgrade that gear, and there are 7 levels apparently. 7 levels, oh my goodness, of those upgrades available. For us casuals, oh my god, it's just beautiful. It's just great. No, it's great. The problem comes to the grind and the cost, okay? Because one thing is getting giddy and excited as a casual PvEer who says, you know what, Gyro, you're right, man. How about I do 4 battlegrounds and get a weapon? Cool. Easy peasy. Fantastic, right? The issue is not that. The issue is that when you spend the base cost, the base price, you pay base price in honor points to get that item, whatever you wanted, say a weapon, then you start with your upgrades. And the first upgrade costs another 500 honor points, which is very manageable. Not too bad. I would say that is a pretty modest cost for an upgrade, and it ups your item from 158 to item level 164, which is just under heroic dungeon level. Then you should spend another 625 points to get to item level 171. So that's yet another upgrade, and that then the base cost plus 500 plus 625 of honor points turns into a heroic level dungeon drop. Now, would it be much easier to rely on luck for you, and would it be more fun, I suppose, as well as a casual, to simply grind dungeons or any other content like that? Well, dungeons in this case mainly, because we are within the realm of normals or heroics right now, item level range, yeah. So would it be better for you to spam dungeons and get a free, well, you didn't have to grind anything, it just dropped for you, or someone in your group as well, don't forget about that source of gear. Someone in the group, there are plenty of people who will say, does anyone need this? So it's not even just your luck, it is luck of the group often. So would it be better for you to grind heroics and get 171 weapon? Or would you, in a deterministic way, dive into PvP, know exactly that you're after a weapon, grind, kill, die, and get whatever you wanted? It's a choice. It's a choice, and I love the fact that they give us this choice. So I absolutely think that for people who are unlucky with the drops from the dungeons, who need a particular thing, for example, a warglaive. I, for example, want one warglaive from PvP because I can buff it, I can, grind a little bit of honor, and I can make sure that it's of a certain high item level. And then because I'm a dual wielding class, well, in this particular case, Demon Hunter, I would probably reserve the second warglaive, not for PvP, but I'll basically wait for my luck to proc and to give me a good drop either from heroic dungeons or mythic dungeons or LFR, as we discussed in the gearing guide, in the PvE gearing guide. Do you know what I'm saying? I would not buy, for example, I would not grind and waste honor points to buy 2 weapons, because then something drops from a dungeon that I'll run anyway, and I'll feel, what a waste, so many honor points went onto this. That's how you should think, because you and I are not PvPers. We're not PvPers. We're trying to budget our honor points spent. But having said all that, right, does it start making sense to you what I'm trying to say? I think it absolutely makes sense to buy one of the 2. One of 2 rings with PvP, with honor. One of 2 trinkets, yes. One of two weapons, yes. But I would not go for individual pieces that can drop from multitude of other sources of gear that I am going to be exploring and exploiting anyway. But it depends on your playstyle. But I hope it starts making sense. Now, further upgrades, that's what you have to also be aware of. So further upgrade levels for PvP gear out of those 7 total ones that are there, probably for Shadowlands, reserved for 2 years ahead of time. Further upgrades open up at the very least at Renown level 7. At the moment of recording of this video, I personally, I think on this week when I'm recording, they've just unlocked Renown 7. But I have not achieved it yet. As you can see, there is a quest. I still need to grind anima in order to get a renown thing, to upgrade my renown, and off I go. And then I can upgrade my weapon in this particular case. But that further upgrade costs another 1000 honor points. Again, if you are an avid PvPer, or if you're lucky, or if you play for the Horde, you know, as people say, Horde always wins, but in my experience, Alliance wins just as often. Doesn't matter, sidestep here in the discussion. You could earn those 1000 honor points fairly easily, especially if there is some daily, PvP daily quest that will give you quite a lot as a chunk straight up. I am not that lucky. I am just not that lucky. And again, it's deterministic, so for some it will take shorter amount of time, for some it will take a lot longer amount of time. But overall, through this deterministic way, grind, anima, honor points, get to renown level, honor points, upgrade. Nothing is stopping you from gearing up just as nicely as other people will be doing through Mythics, Mythics Plus and LFR. Absolutely nothing is stopping you. But assuming that you're like me and you're not primarily PvPer, I would say it only is worth it for select isolated items that you're targeting, not for everything, not for your whole outfit from, you know, head to toes. Additionally, keep in mind that so at the moment, at least when I'm recording this, I could go to Wowhead, but I don't want to go to Wowhead for everything, right? But so could you as well, to check it out. I don't know from looking here, I do not know yet that next upgrade, the one that costs 1000 honor points and the one that unlocks at Renown 7. I don't know if it will take my item level 171 item straight up to baseline Mythic and baseline LFR 184, or will it be again a middle point like the first upgrade that took my weapon only to item level 164. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It might be massively more expensive to get there. Massively. I think that's it. 500 points first upgrade, 625 for second upgrade, and third upgrade for 1000 gets me a weapon of baseline Mythic and LFR. But it might not be the case. It might be just under, and I'll feel not cheated, but I'll feel like I played myself. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, to summarize, enough rant. Hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, don't forget to like the video, because YouTube loves to know what videos people explicitly like. That's when YouTube starts promoting these videos to other people. Don't be lazy. Support me just by liking at the very least, okay? That would be much appreciated. Thank you. To summarize, if you're a PvPer, you don't have any other particular preferences, primary preferences in World of Warcraft. So you would PvP, enjoy it, get gear. Good on you, mate. If you're a PvEer like me, it is a wonderful system, especially a gap-filling system. You need a trinket, go for it. You need a weapon, go for it. That is a great system, which is why you should gear selectively through PvP. But at some point, you have to understand that there are diminishing returns. Diminishing returns means that you invest too much effort and not getting enough value. So you will be investing a lot of grinding efforts into this, into getting honor points to just get yet another upgrade for one item, while all you could do is just run a wing of LFR, do basically nothing, just, you know, be somewhere like DPS number 10 on the DPS meter and get your item anyway. But that involves luck, that still involves time investment, but it's a lot more relaxed than running around in PvP, for sure, as well, you know? So you have to kind of weigh pros and cons, deterministic approach and grind versus reliance on chance. That is probably primarily what we're looking at here. And that is the thoughts that I'll leave you with today, my friends. So hopefully you enjoyed this little summary overview, especially if you're really new to this, or like I did at first and you kind of just didn't even pay attention to PvP sources. You should pay attention, but again, don't just dive head forward, head front into the muddy waters of PvP and think that you're going to spend hours and hours and hours and hours just to get a couple of items. That I'd say wouldn't be worth it. But the boundary, the level of investment versus expected achievement, expected reward from it is up to you to determine. Where is that comfort zone for you? Where would you like to stay without burning out, and without losing motivation and fun factor of World of Warcraft? And once again, I hope you enjoyed this. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be speaking to you again in a couple of days' time. As I always do, talk to me in the comments down below. I love it. I love your comments. I love your suggestions. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.